Alright everybody, welcome back. Doing a little bit out in the garage. I went ahead and set the new intermediate clutches in it. Go ahead and just walk over here and shine the camera down in there. Kind of looking over the ATSG book. Which these are the clutches I just set in it. I'm doing all of this off of the ATSG and some notes that I have, with some modifications from friends. But this is just a ATSG for the 4L80E. We'll be doing this entire procedure completely off of the just off the book. So we'll probably throw the phone up on a tripod and carry on here in a second. Then stop it. All right.
I might actually do better for the camera. Okay, you can see the transmission more now, but hey there.
I'm just going to set this stuff aside for now. What I want to do is take our forward and directs. I want to lay them out here and here and measure their thicknesses. Write down how thick they are. It's primarily the steels. Whenever we start trying to get our clearances set up right, I want to be able to have options. Okay?
Okay.
So let me show you how to do that. So that's a friction, steel, friction. Your directs and forwards are the same. Okay? That don't go in there.
Where does it go?
Not with that one. We need 11 frictions total for 11 of these frictions total for what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 6 more here, so that'll give us what we need. Let's look through. That's going to be for an overrun.
How many of these do we
That's
need
just
for steel
overdrive.
ones? How many of these ones do we need?
Let's still look at the overrun. Real precious, I'm sorry. We're going to have to kind of figure that out as we go. We're not setting this thing up like a stock one. The factory only has 4 and 4 of these. Or 5 and 4. And we're doing 5 and 6. Right, we're going to see if these are all the same thickness. Alright. So 90 thousandths. 90 thousandths. 90. I think all these are 90. 90. Ooh.
75.
Yeah, we got 175. Okay. That got interesting.
Yeah. 55.
Alright, first off, let me make sure I've got this put together right. So I'm going to look at my book over here.
Hey, I found my gloves.
Grab your gloves.
Yes.
Keep your hands clean.
I would like to do that. Gotta learn how to brain them
did I really do that? I really did that.
What?
Oh, I can't believe I did that. I know better.
What?
I put it in upside down. See? Everyone makes mistakes, people. Just gotta try to learn from them. And double check yourself a lot.
You mean like triple check?
Well, you know what? Actually, a better piece of advice. If something doesn't look right, check it. Something didn't look right on this when I was looking at it. So I felt it necessary to double check. Sure enough, I got the stack up wrong.
People, my gloves are still slightly too big on the fingers.
Yeah, I wish I could find her some legit like mechanics gloves, but her hands are too small for most of them.
Yeah,
So
man.
if you have any recommendations, put them in the comments below.
Please.
There's that. Alright, let's try all of this again. That don't go in first. That goes in last. So now it should be a steel. Alright, now I did notice on these steels for the intermediate, they have this one ear that's a little different. That one right there. The book don't say anything about they need to go in a certain way, so I just aim those at 12 o'clock. Probably not the right way to do it, but I can't find anywhere it says any other way to do it. So
If it doesn't say any other way, then just work with it.
pretty much.
That's what Daddy does. Just works with it.
Now remember, these are slightly used frictions and steels from that transmission that I put together for the dually that didn't work. They made it 20 feet down the street and wasn't working right, so I immediately backed it up, pulled it back in the driveway and shut it off. You can see a little discoloration on the intermediate clutch steels, maybe even a tad bit of a speckle here and there, but I don't know where it would have got metal in it.
This is the kind of hammer I used to put the pistons in your engine.
You gotta use the handle.
Yes.
Man, there's no way these little pieces of metal that I'm seeing come off of me. You know, off my dirty shirt or anything.
Probably not.
And the professionals say to do this in a clean environment.
They say to.
I've seen people put them together on a trash can at the racetrack during race week.
Yeah. And it's not like trash cans are clean. Random shit goes in there all the time.
Stuff. Can't cuss on YouTube, Precious.
Oh, you say we don't have a problem with cussing.
We-
We just have to.
We don't, but this is YouTube. YouTube has a problem with cussing, not me. That's that overly sensitive little princess that I hurt his feelings that works over in our Addison branch. He didn't like me putting the word shit in an email and got all up in his feelings over it. Alright, now that looks like it's supposed to be.
Well, to be fair, they probably can barely hear me anyways. I'm all the way over here and I'm sitting right in front of the fan.
It's no big deal. Nobody's gonna get too mad at you. The only person you need to worry about is me and your mommy. Ow.
Yeah, I mean, one time I pointed out that you shouldn't be cussing on YouTube and you said it was fine. As long as we didn't say the F word.
Correct. It says to leave the opening of the snap ring at 9 o'clock. Okay.
We also can't say that one weird forbidden word.
Which weird forbidden word? What is it? Letters it start with?
It's technically 2 words, I guess, if you think about it. It's the thing that, the bad electrician said that he couldn't say on YouTube. That gets you banned. I'm trying not to say it so you don't get
Where you can see at night?
it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can't say that. I mean, we're not even talking about pew-pews or anything at all. We're messing with the transmission, but yeah, apparently, listening to the Fat Electrician. We love the Fat Electrician.
Yes.
Pepper Box, go sign up for it. It's awesome and worth the money.
Yes.
Yeah, there's those optics that our military uses to be able to see at night. They have a certain name for those. You can't say that on YouTube anymore.
For some unknown reason.
Well, did you notice that when we were listening to Mr. Ballin earlier, he used the actual word for sewer slide? And I'm wondering if since he's reporting on since he's telling a story that's already happened, if that's, kind of the thing that can get you, make it okay,
Yeah. And also everyone loves it.
Okay, intermediate clutch is installed. Now, we need to measure the gap on it between 40 to 107 thousandths of an inch. What would you call right between the middle of those two? That's a lot. Let's see if I can figure out what my gap is, and then we'll go from there. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, not that.
The reason why I just remembered something. He does also a whole bunch of crop stuff, where like cops are involved in it.
Who?
Mr. Baldwin. He has quite a few different stories where cops are involved because of murder.
Okay, so I gotta do math.
Daddy's not as good as math as I am.
Okay, well let's test Miss Lauren and see how good she is. 20 plus 19.
20 plus 19,
Yeah.
39.
Okay, 39 plus 18.
39 plus 8.
Daddy's already got it. That's the thing I do.
Well, it's specifically with timesing that I'm better at.
Oh, okay.
Because you got a 3 times something problem wrong. Yeah, I think it was like 3 times 12. You got it wrong.
You know what?
And you were the one that asked the question.
It's a little looser than I'd like for it to be. I'd really like it a little tighter than that. Alright, so we're going to yank all those clutches out and measure them.
Okay?
Well, first, let's measure the steels that I took out of that. I may have to start mixing steels. I found more!
75.
Alright, we're getting distracted. Alright, yep, that's a 75. Another clutch. Now, pull this snap ring back out again. This is why I think it's so hard to find an assembly video for a oh, I'm sorry, what goes in your hand? I think why it's so hard to find an assembly video for a transmission online, because there's a lot of this, you know, putting it together, taking it apart, putting it together, taking it apart, you know, just to measure it. Although there is that one guy, Ryan's Transmission Service, I think. I believe he's got some assembly videos out, but man, they're long videos. For the 80E, I believe he has 3 or 4 of them that are like an hour and a half long each. But if you want to learn how to do this shit, that's probably the best way to do it.
Probably.
Alright. I bet these are all the same thickness. 75.
Why are there so many different sizes?
Get the clearance you need. We'll call it 75. Probably what it's supposed to be. I'm probably not measuring right. Alright.
Probably.
Now let's go through and measure these, because I'm pretty sure that I had to get whatever Rob was building this for me. Pretty sure I had to get a custom, not really custom, but a odd size one for him to get the clearance where it needed to be. Let's hope to God it's not one of these ones that's got hellacious heat spots on it.
Yeah.
Alright, now let's hope that all these are. Let's hope that one of these is more than 75. 76. 76. 76. 76. What did we measure it out at? 90?
90,000. 90,000 there. For these ones. And that's 75. Now we got 76.
Well, if I run a couple of these, because those I was getting 74 on, so those are a little thinner. These I was getting 76 on. I think I'm going to run a couple of these, like 2 of these, just on the top and bottom.
Alright.
And then we'll measure again and see if that gets us closer to 40 and further away from that.
Hey, this is like that same sign that we were working on.
Do what?
I saved our funds because you had a screw missing that you needed. And then I grabbed it with this out of your magnetic thingy over there. Your magnetic thing.
I remember that. That was funny. I was missing a a bolt.
And I used this on that green bolt thing over there that's magnetic. And I just took the exact one we needed out of there with this. It was just hanging on there and I grabbed it. And I showed it to him. Is this something that you're looking for?
And it
And he
actually
went,
was.
no, and then he looked at it closer and then he's like, hold on a minute. And then he goes, actually, yeah, that's what I was looking for. So this thing saved our butts.
Alright, so wave plate. Yeah, I stacked 2 steels. I knew it. See, like I said, guys, double check yourself. Something don't feel right, don't look right. Probably ain't right. Have faith in yourself. I have faith in myself that I'm going to do stupid. I am going to screw stuff up. 100%. Which I meant to bring a GoPro out here instead of GoPro up where y'all can actually see down inside this transmission. $38 $1 short. I need to get online and see if there's other options for intermediate steels is what I need to do.
I have a feeling Hawkeye's going crazy inside.
Well, he wouldn't stay over here with me whenever he was outside, so little butthead can go in.
I know.
No, that's right. Then clutch. Then plate. Snap ring.
Oh, just a little tip for everybody. If you have something like really gross on your gloves, and you want to take the gloves off, but you don't want to get your hands dirty, just start taking off one of the gloves from like the wrist, and then once it's fully off, keep it in your hand with the other glove on, and then take it off with it as well. It'll come off inside out, so you don't have to deal with the dirt and whatnot getting on your hands.
I don't really like where that snap ring landed, but let's see what our measurement is now.
Okay.
So, let's see what that does. That still fits. Well, let's try a different direction.
I thought we were just sorting these.
You know how your daddy is with his ADD.
ADD?
Yeah. Damn it. Alright, finally, we ran out of room. Take the 5 off, so that's about it. Still don't fit. Okay?
Yeah. Had something on my hand and was getting it off.
Alright, that's our measurement right there. That's tight what goes. So now, calculator. All those I gotta add together. And honestly, I don't trust myself to do it right. 92 thousandths. About the same. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can find some thicker intermediate steels. I don't like the way this is working out. All right, so one last thing we're gonna do before we go in. We're going to put the snap ring back on this clutch. Let's see on top of it. Alright, so we need that tool there. Okay.
Looks like a dangerous tool.
Yeah, not really.
I know. It could hurt someone if you hit them over the head.
Sure.
Did you get a hold of those?
No, once I get it down, it'll be okay. I just gotta get it close. Guys that do transmissions all the time set one up on like a foot pedal, so they can just chuck it up in there and kick down on a pedal and push it down. I don't do transmissions all the time. This is like $40 off Amazon. So.
Yeah. Transmissions aren't as fun to work on as engines are.
Yes. If you're a transmission builder but not an engine builder, I can build you all the engines you ever wanted. If you want to build transmissions for me, we can strike a deal. Hit me up in the comments below.
Yep.
Snap ring on. Now, that's the direct, which this one's been dual fed. Pulled the inner seal out of it. The rest of the modifications that I made to the valve body. So now, tomorrow morning we'll get out here and we'll start stacking clutches and steels in it.
Yep. You get the view of the transmission today.
Yeah.
The inside of it.
There's
We
some
just
people.
recently grabbed some of our new parts.
Well, I wasn't liking the clearances I was seeing, so I got online, and luckily Summit down in Arlington had what I needed, so ordered them online last night.
We went to go get them today.
I went and picked them up today, which originally last night I just bought what I needed for the intermediate clutch. That's this one here. And then this morning I came out while little Miss Lauren here was still getting her beauty sleep. And started doing my forwards and my directs. I got the direct figured out with just clutches with seals that I already had. But my forwards, I couldn't quite get them where I wanted them. So anyway, I ended up ordering some more steels for my directs. directs and forwards. Directs and forwards are actually interchangeable. So anyway, that's the steels I went and bought for them. Bought a couple of different sizes to see if I can get where I want to be as far as clearance on those. Now I got to try to remember what I want the intermediate at. The only bad thing about this is trying to remember everything. And I could have got it there if I'd started stacking steels, but I'm not sure if that's a good way to do it or not. So I wasn't going to do that. I'm trying to get the correct size first.
And after we're done here, we're going to go play a video game.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I've gotten him and more into video games now.
Yeah, I never really was much of a video game player, even as a kid growing up. But she likes video games.
And
So
since I started wanting to play Army of Two with him, me and him now play Army of Two together.
alright, so I am shooting for between 40 and 109, and with that setup I was at 90. Sorry, I just kicked. We'll try 68 at first. How about that? Let's see what 68 does. I think 68 is right about where we're at. I think that's right about in the middle of where it wants to be. So that's the stack up that I'm going to run with that. It took 100 thousandths steel to get me where I wanted to be on that one. All right. So now let's move over to the forward. See if I can remember where I was at on it. I'll aim that over here. Let me see it.
That works.
Yep. All right. So here's my forward. If I can remember where I was at, what I'm shooting for is between 50 and 60 thousandths. So let me set my feeler gauge up for 50. Yep, so that's 50. That's what I want minimum. So that's pretty loose in there. So let's go with 65. See if I'm at 65. 65 still fits. All right, let's try 70. And it doesn't look like 70 is going to go. So looks like I'm a little over 65. So I need to try to lose about 10 thousandths. All right, that's the math I needed to know. This is the hub that came out of that core transmission in the back. Remember I said that the one that's over there was all scarred up. I actually had a hard time getting the transmission apart. This one's...
You can't really see it when it's all started.
I mean, it looks, I don't know, you can kind of feel a little bit here and there, but nothing grabs your nail. All right, so let's put this one back together.
And then what?
Measure it.
Okay.
Remember, we're shooting for, I'm betting it's going to be 55 thousandths is where I'm betting. It's going to be 55, 56, somewhere in there. So, let me get these set up again. We got 20, 19, the 20 and 19 is 39, and then 11 makes 40, 40, and 10 makes 50, right?
Yeah.
And then 5 makes 55. So that's 55 thousandths right there in thickness, right, Lauren?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see if that fits. It does. Feels like we got a little bit of room still yet, so we're going to get rid of the 5. We're going to put, let's do the 8. No, screw it, we'll do the 9. Okay, so this would be 59 thousandths. Oh crap, 59 still fits. All right, so let's do 9 and 5. To give us 64. How did that not take anything up? Yeah, we're right around, I'd say 64 or 65. Right, 50, 59, yeah, 64. We're at 64 thousandths. We may see if there are any other. What I really need is one of those steels that's 100 thousandths. That would really fix all these problems. And let's see what I do have here. I have a feeling pretty much all these are right around 70. There's 77. There's an 80. Oh well, maybe not. I'm gonna go with 77. 77. 76. These are the ones that came out of it that are all burnt to hell. So there's a 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. That's intermediate. All right, well, here's what we're gonna do now. Here in a little bit, when it cools off, probably after the sun goes down, I'm gonna go into the back garage where I've got those transmissions tore down. I'm gonna grab all of my steels from out there and bring them up here and measure them.
Okay.
All right. All right, I'm back with a whole handful of steels from my back garage. Start measuring these. All right. So this thing up for 50 thousandths again. Okay. All right, 50 fits. Let's try 59. 59 would be at the very end of where we want this. So let's hope it doesn't go. Oh, finally we're there. Nope.